Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to implement a few custom nodes I built so we can use Seedance 2.0 in 2K natively through the Anyfast API. We'll also use Codex or Cloudy to make the process easier, faster, and much more accessible. Let's start.
The first thing that we need to do is try to install a ComfyUI. If you have problems installing ComfyUI, the best way is try to use ChatGPT or Cloud to help you and to install the ComfyUI Windows Portable. Or if you have Mac, maybe just install directly in Mac the app that ComfyUI already have. The first thing we need to do is try to go directly to our nodes, and when you are here in the custom nodes, just put cmd for Windows, so use PowerShell. In Mac you can use terminal as well. Here the way that you need to do this, just like a Cloud or Codex. In this case I will use Codex. If I put Codex because I already installed it. If you want to know how to start this, the best way is just to take ChatGPT or Cloud and try to install that direct into computer. You can also the option to use the app that has Codex and Cloud, that you don't need to open this kind of terminals. That means that it's easy for you at some point. Let me try. I see some errors here. Let me try Cloud. I think it's easy. Cloud, and I just type Cloud and I have Cloud right now. What happened? The idea is that I made this repository here that you can see too many different kind of instructions. For example, something that you can do manually step by step. But in our case, if we want to install this, we just need to take this and if you go to Codex, to Cloud, the way is just I need to install those nodes in my folder of custom nodes, and you can paste this. For in my case, I already made it. But the idea, if you want to save time and just set up these kind of nodes, is just ask to a Cloud or Codex to install these nodes in your custom nodes. Like that way, when you play with the ComfyUI, I will show you how it works in here. Let me see. Okay, the idea is try to install obviously every node. One of the things that we have here is we have different kind of examples that some point could work for you. For example, one is more interesting for us is the face, because in the documentation we have that we can create some IDs, and means that the nodes already send this kind of IDs to Seedance and create that process for you. Mean that is the best way to avoid this problem, try to use these nodes and try to use Anyfast. Anyfast is a platform that you go there, you need to create your account, and you need to set up your API key. Means that when you create your API key, be sure that in the group say direct, because it's the way to use, in this case, the 2K native resolution. Maybe some dollars there. Yeah, I think it's cheaper than another kind of tools. Mean that you can be able to use this and maybe save a little bit of money. Okay, when you have your API key, you put your API key here. This point to Anyfast. For example, in this case, I'm using the workflow that works with my reference image one. This is my face. I put also a reference audio as well. The good thing here is, for example, you have 9 slots. In general, if you try to use first frame, last frame, in the documentation of Anyfast, at some point, the group ID and that kind of stuff works more or less much better with reference instead to first frame and last frame. Mean that I recommend just to use a reference image when you use the faces, because apparently, that process to generate the ID is for this specific part. Here, in general, when you put obviously your audio, try to put generate audio true. The duration is something that you can change here. The aspect ratio, the resolution, for example, in this case, for the node that said Ultra is 2K, 1080, and 720. Also, if you at some point you want to save your ID, you can save that and connect directly here in the existing reference or existing group if you reuse this specific combination of node inputs. But also you have here the normal node that you can play with 1080, 720, 480. At some point you have any reference audio you want to just, for example, when you put general audio files, you can connect your reference audio directly here, and the node will paste the audio directly in your video. In general, for example, when you want, in this case, to use this person and try to match the audio or try to use a perfect lip sync, the best way is try to call in the prompt the reference audio, like a reference audio 1, and the avatar say this, and this, and it's the best way to create these kind of videos that your avatar is talking. In general, it works like this. At some point, for example, let me put here the notes. Let me close this here. For example, here is the collection of nodes that we have: the fast, that is provided for any fast, the standard, and the ultra. The ultra is the 2K native. We have the save video node. We have also extend video, something that I didn't try, but I implement from the documentation of AnyFast. We have the reference audio. We have the video reference as well. We have the API key node, and we have reference when you don't have any kind of a character. You can maybe use this one. This is just directly image reference that you don't need to pass through this specific existing ID process, but in general works. For me, I think every time I work with this one, because you don't know when you have, for example, a picture that you have a face that Seedance will block you. Maybe it's the best way. If at some point Seedance found a picture of somebody that is a human, you need to create this kind of ID process. Means that is something that we need to do. For me, for example, when I am trying to run this, if you see the terminal, you can see that in this case the video is in process. Means that it's working. And yeah, this is more or less the idea how to use these nodes. I hope that worked for you guys, and let me know if you have any question. I would try to explain or try to fix some bugs if you find something. The idea is to use these nodes and try to get advantage of this 2K native service. Okay, see you, bye.